So this will be my review of my Phigolf 2 sensor hooked up onto my real clubs. Starting out with the range, I have also putting, but the putting was at home. Here I'm starting with the pitch wedge, as you can see. I'll show this screen here, which shows kind of like the data, and then you'll see my hitting. And then I'm always looking at the screen because I had to run it through my iPhone instead of my iPad. That's why I'm recording with my iPad. That's why the picture's not really the best, because I had to set it up on a table behind where I was hitting at. But like I said, I'm keep on looking down like I'm Princess Leia talking to R2-D2 or something. But yeah, like I said, this is where I'm trying to look where it's landing so that I can get my carry distance, and then I see the total distance, which I was kind of surprised at actually with my pitch wedge and my 9-iron. They didn't go as far as I thought they were. Sometimes I think that because it's only getting club head speed, so you're only seeing, actually, even if I duff it, it'll show that actually it went maybe farther than what actually might have gone. But or with the shot shape, sometimes I wasn't 100%. But like I said, I didn't know where it was actually filming, so you don't really see the shot shape on the range as much as you do on the simulator. But I think for the distances and everything, I think it is doing fairly decent. So I think now I'll be switching to the 8-iron, I believe. We'll see here. Yeah, I switched to the 8-iron. Also, like I said, with the 8-iron here, I think I didn't really warm up. I just did a couple on the small little chipping and pitching range. I did some pitches and stuff, so I wasn't really warmed up. I think if I would have came back, maybe next time I'll have to like warm up a little bit and then try to go on to use the sensor. Because I do think I can probably get normally total distance probably 150, about 150 definitely, maybe do a little bit more with the 8-iron. But like I said, you'll see it towards the end. I am getting a little bit warmed up and I'm hitting a little bit better. But a lot of times I'll start off with like one and I'll hit a duff one or something, and then like I said, you see where it's laying around 135. See, that got up to 150 there. That's what I'm expecting. Actually, my 9-iron a little bit. So, but like I said, it could also be a little bit of the weather. And I just started actually with the pitching wedge, so. And like I said, it'll tell me when to go. So that's why the video is going to be long, because I have to wait for it to tell me to go. But like I said, it's getting me good distance. See that right there? I'm close to what I was expecting with the 8-iron. 157, almost up to 160, what I always thought was like my total distance. So it's good that I'm learning my carry distances. So here I switched to the 6-iron. Yeah, see, I can hit a 6-iron farther than that. So like I said, that first hit wasn't as good. Also, one thing that I normally want to always try to, what I've been working on since last year, is try to work on my takeaway. And you can't do that with the sensor, because if you take it away, it's going to think you're already taking it back. So this was actually where I think my normal 6-iron goes, around 180 total. So, but it's probably landing maybe 170 something, maybe, or 165, 169 rolling out. But I was actually compared to using the training stick that comes with it. When you use it inside, I liked actually the numbers better on the real stick. Just when I get up to my 3-wood, I can't use my 3-wood because of the fact that it must have a stopper at the end of the club, so I can't really put the sensor in. I hit like 3 or 4 shots and it like fell out. I was like, before it's gonna break, I said I'm not gonna do the 3-wood. So that's the only club I really can't do in the bag. And instead of 5-wood, when I hit 5-wood, it's gonna add towards the end. It'll be my 3 hybrid, because the fact it doesn't have 3 hybrid in the setup. But that's what's kind of also would be cool, if you could actually change the setup so it fits your set. So that was the last one with the Thane with the 6. Like I said, which I think my total was 180 when I always had my mind. But like I said, now I know where the carry's at least. And the 4-iron, which is weird, I didn't hit nearly as good as I hit my 5-iron when I get to my 5-iron. But my 5-iron, I hit even farther. Like I said, here, I don't know, like I said, need to work on it with the 4-iron, like I said, but other than that, I'm still satisfied with when I'm hitting the good shots, but it's like I got to get more consistent with the 4-iron, especially since the one length club is, you got to swing a little, like, still normal to get it actually going the right distance. That was a decent one, I think. And like I say, it's going about the same distance as the 6, and that should be going, more like over 200 or so. But it's like I'm still chalking this up as not being 100% warmed up. And I think once I get more warmed up, I'll be hitting it a little bit farther. That showed like a pole hook, and I don't think I pole hooked really too many of these out there. I duffed a few, but that's kind of getting up close to around the 200 total distance. So that was kind of more like where I see the 4-iron. Yeah, you can tell that wasn't a good swing. The tempo was bad. You'll see that also in the numbers. When they show like all blue, that's supposed to be good. Like you get the thumbs up. It's supposed to show you tempo. Like I said here, it showed my tempo was actually good, but I think my club path was mega closed. Yeah. There, I think I hit a decent one. Yeah, see, that's not too bad, but it's still like, the 3-wood. I think the first one I didn't hit worth a darn, but it's like shows that that's where I said it shows your club head speed, so it doesn't matter even if you like hit this little small sign out there in the front, which I think I did on that first 3-wood. But the 3-wood, I got some serious club head speed. I think it might be a tick longer actually than my driver. I think I got the highest club head speed I ever had on this thing with one of the shots here. Yeah, here I think I showed it registered 107, I believe. Yeah. Like I said, I'm hitting this on the average just about 10 yards shorter than my driver actually. But you see the sensor sticking out very far, and it's actually supposed to be down closer to the butt of the grip. But like I said, on average, I think I was hitting the total distance. I was hitting about 260, the 3-wood. There was another 107. And like I said, I never got my driver actually over 100. Actually, I was thinking also about getting a new driver. When I bought it a couple years ago, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give up a little bit of distance because of the fact that it had a shorter shaft. The shorter shaft helps me hit it straighter. I hit the thing really straight normally. When I'm on, like I said, I hit the thing really good. So yeah, here I'm going to switch, I think, to driver because I was like, I'm not going to ruin in the sensor. And I actually added some lead tape to the bottom, and it didn't hook nearly that bad. None of my drivers hooked that bad. It hooked a little bit, but not. I won't even say hook. It's more of a draw. So you see there, I'm almost up to a 280. But like I said, my club head speed with the drivers, I think it's I want to say it was like 43.5 inches, but I think it's when I put my new grip on, it got up to about 44. Well, you'll see I'm all right around the 99, almost to 100. I said I never got it up to the. It could also be that it's a little bit stiffer than the shaft on the 3-wood. But I was satisfied with what I was hitting. I actually added lead tape when I was just getting to a couple seconds ago. I thought I had like actually two pieces. I think the one piece might have fell off because when I was cleaning my club, I realized, oh, there was only one piece because I wanted, it was supposed to be about 7 grams of lead tape. I think now it's just 3 grams. So here you'll see the 5. And this is what I was talking about earlier. The first one, a lot of the first times when I come back, when I switch the club, a lot of the first hits are not as good. So you gotta maybe throw one of those out. But you'll see it towards the end. I'm hitting the thing over 200. I'm hitting actually better than I was hitting the 4-iron. So that's what I'm saying. I know I can get the 4-iron where also it's pretty much, they're all the same length, you know. So here that was a decent one, I think. Landed about 180, went over 200. So good club head speed, also a little bit over 90, 94. Yeah, like I said, since I was looking at my iPhone all the time, I had to go over there and look at it, you know, because I couldn't see it. I was hoping that I could have done it the other way, but my iPad doesn't have no Wi-Fi, so, or no internet, so I had to switch the way I had to use my iPad as the camera and my phone as the sensor. So here's a 7-iron, decent shot. That's where I'm hitting about 160, which I think I can get up 160, 170 actually, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I average around 160 something with the 7, which I don't know. I think it's okay. But I was hitting it good, like I said, a lot of times with the flight, I didn't agree with the flight, what it shows here. Yeah, see that there's where I'm getting, like, I think I switch out again, or maybe I hit another one with a 7, but that's kind of like the distance I'm thinking. So I just need to pay attention, eventually write down here's the 9-iron. Need to write down the carry distances, because that's what's important if you're out on the course. That's one thing I wish also that the sensor here, or the simulation shows actually also carry where it actually lands. You have to kind of like watch it. So this is where I think also with my 9, I always thought I was going around. Maybe with rollout it does go to 150 or so, but this is showing it that it's landing much shorter. I mean, like it showed, I think it landed right around 127, rolled up to 135. I was hitting, like I said, fairly decent. It just took me a couple of minutes to get used to it because the fact, like, I always want to do my takeaway and I can't do it with the sensor on there. So I'm gonna have to work with some of the certain clubs to see, you know, to get my distances a little bit more dialed in. But this is good information for me though. Hit the 9 high though. That was one thing. Maybe that's why it wasn't. I think it hit it higher than my other 9s in my old sets. So here's my last club from the range. I actually hit more, but I started actually I went from 5 to 3 hybrid, but then I had to come back and hit it again because of the fact I realized I wasn't recording it. But the 3 hybrid, I've been hitting it good the last 2 range sessions. So they had a really good ball flight too. I'm not sure what it's showing here, but like I said, pretty much just with a little draw. And so here it's showing like, yeah, I mean it's showing a little bit of a draw, but it's like I'm pretty much on the range. It's going where I want it to go. So. I haven't really hit this much on the course. I'm gonna have to maybe start using it for maybe things. Now here you see I'm doing the putting on the inside, and here I went too fast in the second putt. And I should have waited till it told me to go. But you can see what's cool is, like I said, you can see the numbers. They're all blue, and show actually your path and your tempo on there. So I'm like I said, I have this. So I've been practicing with this without the sensor. I put markings on my ball so I can line it up, and this has really helped with my tempo. I've done this 2 times now. And I wait till it tells me to go. Then, like I said, pretty much making all of them. It's gonna help me get a good tempo. Allows me to slow down a little bit. But like I said, with the putter, you see that the path is showing you where your club's going and everything. Like I said, I'm really happy with for 299 euros. I think it's in the States a little bit, also around the same, around $299 dollars. For people who don't have the access to maybe or the room to make like a big home simulator, like I said, I think it's definitely going to help me keep on swinging throughout the winter time or the time where it's like raining or whatever. You want to maybe at least swing the club or whatever. And since I work shift, I don't have always time to get out to the course. So for me, I'm glad I bought it. And like I said, I think the information I'm getting from it is really good. So I hope that you guys like this range video. I'm going to be taking it out with me more often when I'm out on the range. So maybe I can next time get the shots from actually the range a little bit better. And so I really appreciate y'all watching it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a long video. If you like this style, let me know. If maybe I can try to compact it down to maybe next time in the shorter videos. I just didn't want to show a range video of me like with this club and that club, and I just figured I'd just show everything all at once. So like I said, I really appreciate you all watching, and take care. I hope you all have a great weekend, and thanks for stopping by.